G'day. My name's Alan Gamble. Welcome to another episode of Aussie Box Office Charts. Lots to talk about. Let's dive straight in. So, first off, new number one, knocking Marty Supreme down after just a week. Iron Lung, the new Markiplier movie, opens with $1.6 million. That's higher than I was expecting, I've got to admit. At $1.6 million opening is actually the third highest opening of 2026, so we'll update that chart after as well. Marty Supreme at number 2 with $1.5 million. Its second week in release, dropping 46% for a current total of $6.2 million. Opening at number 3, the new Sam Rami horror, Send Help, opens with just over $1 million. That's honestly lower than I was expecting from that. Basically, I expected Iron Lung and Send Help to be in opposite positions this week. At number 4, we have The Housemaid. It leaps over Avatar Fire and Ash with its much better hold, dropping just 36% in its 6th week of release, bringing in another $1 million for a current total of $22.7 million. That is edging very close to making it into the top 10 for 2025 releases, but we'll get an update on that chart later. Avatar rounds out the top 5 with another $980,000, its 7th week in release, dropping 47%, which is a little bit of a bigger drop going all the way down to number 5, but it doesn't matter anymore because of its current total, $56.7 million. That is enough to beat a Minecraft movie for 2025 releases. When we update the top 10 for 2025, we will see one movement, and it is that one. Let's move on to 6 through 10. At number 6, we have Zootopia continuing to hold really well with another $700,000. Its 10th week in release, and it's still in the top 10, dropping 44% for a current total of $41.8 million. Really good numbers there. We're going to have a look at that compared to the original Zootopia later. Song Sung Blue sticks around in position number 7 with another $500,000. Its 5th week in release, dropping just 27% for a current total of $10.5 million. Hamnet moves up to number 8 with another $460,000. Its 3rd week in release, dropping just 21% for a current total of $3.5 million. And the SpongeBob movie, The Search for SquarePants, brings in another $300,000, dropping 50% in its 6th week of release for a current total of $10.7 million. And Mercy plummets down the charts all the way to number 10, dropping 65% in its 2nd week of release with another $300,000 for a current total of $1.7 million. Notably opening outside the top 10, Blue Moon opened in 17th with $85,000. It Was Just an Accident opened in 21st position with $67,000. Great movie, you should check it out if you can. And Millennia, the world sensation that certain people would have you believe is the greatest movie of all time, opened in 31st position with a total of $32,000. So, maybe not. Since we are going to celebrate Iron Lung, let's take an updated look at the top openings of 2026. Number 1 was still Marty Supreme with its $2.8 million opening. Song Sung Blue still holds 2nd spot with its $2.3 million opening. Iron Lung enters the chart with its $1.6 million opening, pushes The Bone Temple down to 4th with its $1.3 million opening, and Send Help also sneaks in there with its just over $1 million opening. Those 2 new entries drop out Hamnet, which had just over $1 million but less than Send Help, and Mercy, which had $980,000 opening. So we are seeing some movement on this chart. Iron Lung, for now, claim to fame, did really well, opened really well for a small indie horror. Probably won't be on this chart by the end of the year, but maybe if we do an updated chart for the top horror openings, it'll stick around for a little bit longer. So, time to have a look at a few quick specialty charts. First off, Minecraft movie versus Fire and Ash. We won't need to look at this chart anymore because this is how it looks week 7 versus week 7. And we could see there, Avatar Fire and Ash was even with a Minecraft movie, even with it slow behind it, but then a Minecraft movie really leveled off weeks 5 through 7, and it didn't go too much higher. Avatar Fire and Ash has kept the momentum for longer. It caught it at week 6, and then we can see it edging it out at week 7. But we don't need to look at this chart anymore because Avatar's total right now is higher than the total gross of a Minecraft movie in Australia. We'll check that in the updated top 10 chart, but there's no point in watching the race when we know who already wins. Speaking of who wins, back in December, we looked at the current totals at that point of Zootopia from 2016 versus Zootopia 2 at 2025. It was doing well. It opened slightly higher than the original Zootopia. This was what the chart looked like back in December. If we flash forward now, the picture is mind-bogglingly different. I was expecting Zootopia 2 to beat Zootopia and maybe get $30-35 million. It's currently at 41.8, and it's still going. Zootopia 2 has been a sleeper hit for this year. It has just been trucking along all through December, all through January, and now into February. It's still in the top 10 weeks. Amazing little performance from Zootopia 2. And while we're talking about our 2025 releases, let's bring up the top 10 for 2025 as it currently stands. We have a new number one, Avatar Fire and Ash, with its $56.75 million, takes top spot from a Minecraft movie at $56.3 million. It's only about $400,000 ahead, but it's still got fuel in the tank. It's going to get up to a little bit higher, maybe $57, maybe $58 million. A Minecraft movie's not bringing in any more money. So, at number 3, we have Zootopia 2 with its $41.8 million. Snuck all the way up into third spot. It's not going to catch a Minecraft movie. At number 4, we have Lilo and Stitch from much earlier in the year with its $34.3 million. Wicked for Good looks like it's going to settle down at number 5 with its $33.1 million. It's probably not going to catch Lilo and Stitch at this stage. Jurassic World Rebirth at number 6 with its $31.5 million. How to Train Your Dragon with its $30.4 million at number 7. Number 8 is F1 the Movie at $30.2 million. Superman holds number 9 with its $24.9 million. And at number 10 currently is Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning with $23.6 million. The only change I can see happening on this chart, so we're going to retire it until something changes, is The Housemaid creeping into 10th spot. It's currently at $22.5 million. I think it might have the legs to steal position number 10 away from Mission Impossible. If that does happen, I'll update the chart and we'll let you guys know. Moving across to the 2026 chart. We have a lot of new entries, a lot of movement, so let's go through it as it currently stands. We finally have a full top 10 for 2026, so we have at least 10 movies that are over $1 million. Song Sung Blue is still at number 1 with its $10.5 million. Marty Supreme is currently at number 2 with its $6.2 million. Hamnet moves up with its $3.5 million, dropping The Coral down to number 4 with its $3.1 million. At number 5 is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple with its $2.9 million. Then we have new entry Mercy with its $1.7 million. We have Border 2, a new entry with its $1.69 million. Iron Lung enters the chart at $1.6 million, new entry. The Pout Pout Fish moves all the way down to $1.6 million to position number 9. And rounding out the top 10 is Grand Prix of Europe, which you may have missed, but it's a French family animated comedy kids movie about F1, obviously, with its just over $1 million to steal into the top 10. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of movement over the next couple of months with this chart, and then a lot of movement come mid-year. All right, jumping forward to what's upcoming theatrically this weekend, 5th of February. In wide release, we have Is This Thing On?, the latest movie from Bradley Cooper as director. This one is starring Will Arnett, Laura Dern, and Andrea Day, about a guy that gets into stand-up to help him dealing with his failing marriage. Sounds like actually fun, and I might try and catch it. We also have Shelter, the latest movie from Jason Statham. Action movie, of course. This time directed by Rick Romanois and starring Jason Statham and Bodhi Ray Brennick. In limited release, so check your smaller and indie cinemas, we have We Bury the Dead, a new sci-fi horror from Aussie director Zach Hilditch. starring Daisy Ridley and Brenton Thwaites. We have Anemone, a big drama from Ronan Day-Lewis, starring his brother Daniel Day-Lewis alongside Sean Bean. And we also have The Strangers Chapter 3. The Strangers series of movies returns with its third and final chapter. The only reason there is a third chapter after the performance of the second one is 2 and 3 were filmed at the same time. But the final chapter is out this weekend, so I'm sure the 3 people that watched the last one can't wait. Moving on to what's upcoming streaming, we have The Muppet Show, a big new family Muppet special starring Sabrina Carpenter, Seth Rogen, and Maya Rudolph, alongside all of your favourite Muppets. It releases on Disney Plus on the 4th of February. We also have Relationship Goals, a new romantic comedy movie that releases on Amazon Prime on the 4th of February, directed by Linda Mendoza and starring Kelly Rowland and Method Man. In returning series, we have The Lincoln Lawyer returning for its 4th season on February 5th over on Netflix, and The Artful Dodger. I know someone that is very excited for this, returning for its season 2 on the 9th of February over on Disney Plus. Only 2 movies for this week's challenge of I, Me, Myself. Since I was finishing off my best of 2025 movies list, it is on the channel. Go check it out if you can. But let's dive in. First up was You Are So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah from 2023, directed by Sammy Cohen and starring Sonny Sandler, Samantha Lorraine, and Adam Sandler, and many other Sandlers. It tells of a coming-of-age teen comedy set within a Jewish family. While I was not the target audience, and it easily could have been a family Nepo project to get money from Netflix, it was actually pretty decent, even though it followed a very predictable flow. But it did stick the emotional ending well. Next up was I Am Mother from 2019, directed by Grant Supator, and starring Clara Rugard, Rose Byrne, and Hilary Swank. Set in an underground bunker after humanity has suffered an apocalypse event, a robot starts raising a child to save humanity. This is a tight little bottle sci-fi movie that's often my jam, and while this was not the best of that subgenre, it was still fairly solid and I enjoyed it with some great performances, and it kept me guessing at a few points. Really neat little sci-fi gem that I can't believe I slept on. This week's theme is major anniversary, so anything with a 10th, 25th, 50th, 75th, or 100th anniversary. So basically movies from 2016, 2001, 1976, 1951, and 1926. So a few people have started off with like All the President's Men from 1976. Great movie. There's La La Land, Kubo and the Two Strings. A bunch to choose from. Let's see my shortlist. On my shortlist, I have a few things like La La Land, Infinity Chamber, a bunch from 2016, like The Handmaiden. Then we jump down, we've got a few from 2001, like Metropolis, or Swordfish, or The One, or The Breed. And then we've got a few older ones, like Strangers on a Train, The General, The Killing of a Chinese Bookie from 1976, Avalon. We've got a few, we'll see how we go. But that is it for me this week. My top 2025 video is done and out on the channel. It goes for like 40 odd minutes. It is a long one, but all the genres are categorized and timestamped. Go there, check it out if you can. It took a long time. But since I am done with that, I will probably head out to catch a few movies this weekend. I'm thinking, is this thing on, and maybe Shelter. I did just get a half-price movie tickets this weekend for something, so maybe I will catch more than that. We'll see. But that's my plans. Have a good one. Watch more movies. I'll see you next week. Bye.